So for those that want to avoid this part of the spoiler, because this is definite spoilers, because it's fine to get news and all that stuff, but if you guys don't want to know like the new Pokemon that hasn't been official yet, then this is a good point to leave. Just let me know, just put in the comments that leak free or something, and then I'll know. So it's a good time to leave the video, and then I'll completely understand. I'm like, no, it's okay, fine, I understand. Okay, so I can't exactly find the freaking like source where I found it from, but I found like a different thing. It doesn't have any pictures, so I have to provide them for you pretty much. So yeah, that means a lot more work for me, so that's cool. Anyway, let's start with Grookey. Grookey will evolve into this Pokemon called Thwackey, which is the middle version, and then into Rillaboom, all of which is pure grass. It is kind of what I envisioned. It has like this big old drum, kind of longish hair, so you know there's that. Then there's the Sabo evolution, where it's the water type, and then it evolves into Sizzle. It's like kind of an emo type of look to it. It's water type. Like I think the first leaked picture that I saw, it was kind of shiny but not really, because I'm pretty sure it has like blue and purple, or not, like blue, black, and purple is its colors, but it appears to be blue, light green, like a very bright neon green almost, and black. And then that evolves into Inteleon, which all of this is themed after a spy, which was a rumor of a leak from a long time ago. I did mention it, that like Sabo may turn into like some type of spy type of Pokemon. I didn't know what that meant at the time. I'm all like, I don't know. It was like, I kind of pictured like a, I'm gonna be honest, like a masculine spy. I didn't know they could go with the female like spy. Not really so much masculine, I kind of mean more so neutral, because like, I don't know, it's the same thing that I felt about Primarina, but I guess there's just a thing where there's like a masculine and then a feminine and then so on. But everybody thought that Grookey was gonna be that. Anyway, there's Scorbunny, still fire type, into Raboot, and then it evolves into Cinderace, which is not exactly what I had in mind. All of the starter Pokemon pretty much remained the same typing. They didn't add any other typing of any kind. You know, Grookey stayed throughout a full grass type. I thought it was going to be grass ground or grass fighting perhaps. Sabo, I don't remember what I said, like water dragon or water poison or whatever it was, but it just remained water. And I was really hoping that Scorbunny would eventually become like a fire electric type, but it's just fire type. At least it's not fire fighting type. Anyway, Wooloo will have a evolution called Dubwool, which kind of sounds like Dubloons in a way. They are both normal type. I do think I saw Dubwool, again I don't have that picture in front of me, but Dubwool I do believe is like a goat. It has like ram horns and stuff. And then right here, Dreadnought actually has a pre-evolution called Choodle. It starts off as a water type, and then it evolves into Dreadnought, adding the rock type. A lot of people apparently think Dreadnought's pre-evolution is weird. I actually have yet to see Choodle, so I don't really know what it looks like. Maybe if I just look them up, actually. Hang on. Yeah, it is a bit weird. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It has like a weird face. I don't know if that's real or not. It looks not Pokemon related. It has like kind of big teeth, so yeah, I guess I could understand. As for Corviknight, it has two previous evolutions, which makes sense because Corviknight, if it starts off that way with being steel flying, I feel like that's too broken. Like, to be at the start of the game, you gotta wall Grookey pretty easily. So the first evolution is called Rookidee, pure flying type, which is very interesting. Then Corvisquire, which is still a flying type, and then it gains Corviknight with steel flying type. Both of which I still haven't seen either, so let me put that at least. Is that Rookidee? It looks like a mix between a raven and a bluebird, unless that's not it. Oh, it is that bird. Okay. Shoot, I feel bad that the thing is like that, but Corvisquire, it looks pretty decent. Let me like put an actual bigger picture of it. Like I'll probably show that as well. Corvisquire. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think Corvisquire looks pretty decent. Then it's talking about Galarian Ponyta. So like I was saying, I wasn't sure if there was going to be a Rapidash form, but of course there is. Galarian Rapidash. Like I said, Ponyta isn't fairy type, it's just psychic type, but Rapidash is psychic and fairy type, which is good. Machamp is apparently going to have a Gigantamax form, His eyes glow yellow and his arms transform, and it looks like he acquires a pair of leggings. Interesting. Don't know what that means. I don't think anybody's seen this. Yeah, nobody's seen this yet, so we're not gonna really have a good show here. They're not exactly going in order either, is what I realize, but I guess that's fine. Apparently there's a Kingler Gigantamax form, which I didn't know about. So this giant crab proves that he's the real sea king with this seafoam armor and ginormous claw. Just a ginormous claw or what? And then finally Yamper with this evolution with Boltund. It looks okay. Yeah, I kinda dig it. It's fine. Imperdip also has an evolution, which I did kinda see, but I already forgot what it looks like. It evolves into Morgrim, still Dark Fairy type, and then again with Grim Snarl. I do not like Morgrim. I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief. I actually hate him. He's already automatically my least favorite Pokemon. Not more than Sableye, but maybe. I don't know. It really depends. As for the evolution, I don't hate it that much, but I still hate it. I'm not a fan of like anything that looks like Sableye. Impidimp is one of those Pokemon. I don't know. I'm not sure, but oh well. So Alcremia apparently has a pre-evolution, which is a bit weird. I forget that it's fairy type as well. So it's called Milcry. So you can never cry over spilled milk, apparently. Milcry. There's no pictures towards it at all that I could find. So it's very interesting. I just imagine it's like some kind of cupcake. Apparently it's very cute. So, and it's crying. Pinchurchin. This spiky little guy looks like he just wants to make a friend. He's an electric type Pokemon. Pinchurchin. Oh, it's a spike ball thingy. Okay. And it's electric type. And that's about it. Roly-Coly. These charcoal Pokemon are a great way to elude the England's Industrial Revolution. Fittingly, they're all rock fire type. So Roly-Coly is rock type, and then it evolves into Carcoal rock fire, and then Colossal also being rock fire. I have seen them before, but again, I'm forgetting them. It's been a little bit of time. So Carcoal. Wait, is it actually a train? I don't remember seeing a train before, but there's a bunch of pictures of it being a train. There's also like a Fakemon picture calling it Kokomotive, so interesting that everybody's depicting it as a train. I don't know. And Colossal actually has a Gigantamax form. This fiery fiend looks like he could have single-handedly provided power of a steam engine. He kinda also looked like one of those titans from Disney 1997 film Hercules. Colossal Rockfire. Interesting. So that thing I was talking about with Poltegeist, it actually does have a pre-evolution. It is called Sinistea, which is, I believe, a teacup, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, it's literally a teacup. If I ever catch it, I'm gonna call him Chip. Aracuda evolution is, which I don't even know who even it is, but there's a Pokemon apparently called Aracuda, and it evolves into Barraskewda. Is it the Barracuda Pokemon? Like, is it the one from Cramorant's mouth? Unsurprisingly, these two Pokemon are both water types. They don't seem like the kind of fish you want to swim around, though. Oh, it is! I did remember seeing that. Okay. There's a Pokemon called Nickit. It is a dark type and evolves into Thievul, also being a dark type. We finally learned that these two Max Foxes are both dark type Pokemon. Swiper no swiping. And I have been seeing it around. I actually didn't see it when it first came out, which is very interesting. I can't find it right now, but it's on screen, I'm sure. Berserker. Mischievous smiles. The little devils look like they're Meow's Viking cousins. It's a steel type? What? And apparently Garbodor is gonna have a Gigantamax form. This pile of garbage grows to an enormous size and acquires new refuse, including Toy Cruise Ship and Clefairy Doll. Oh, that's really cool. Lapras also having a Gigantamax form. This is like one of the first ones I heard about. Shells turns into a luxurious cruise ship whenever Lapras Gigantamaxes. Still water ice type. Oh, this one right here. You remember that time where I was telling you about like the president showing off a Pokemon, but we couldn't quite see it and I wasn't sure it was a giraffe? It turned out to be an elephant. This is what it was. Koufant. And then it evolves into Copperaha. Copperaja, I don't know. They're elephants. This is the one that I was looking at, that I wasn't sure what it was. Oh no, it wasn't a giraffe I was thinking of. It was a freaking camel. I just see it right here. They're both steel type, which is really, really interesting. Then we got Toxel, which evolves into Toxicity. Both of them poison electric type. Very unique typing, never happened before. Spiral colored Pokemon. Is this what it is? It's pretty cool. I dig it. I don't know where Toxicity is. Oh, is this him? Okay. There's apparently going to be a Galarian Yamask evolution. Or, Yamask. Oh, but the interesting thing is it doesn't evolve. It doesn't evolve normally though. Apparently Yamask doesn't evolve to Confagrius, but it evolves into Galarian Rune Rigus. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it. Ghost ground types, both of them. The Galarian Yamask is ghost ground. Very, very interesting. And you know, since they're artifacts, so like they're more likely stone tablets of some kind, since Yamask was already a gold mask and Confagrius was always kind of like a gold coffin, so it makes sense. They were always pure ghost though. There's a Pokemon called Hatena, it's a psychic type, evolves into Hatrem and then into Haturn. Oh, I do remember these Pokemon. Yeah, these are really good. I really like these. And apparently Haturn has a Gigantamax form. She looks like a classic lady from the 1800s for a summer stroll. Psychic fairy type still. Actually, Haturn turns into a psychic fairy type. Like Hatena and Hatrem is both psychic type. Silcobra. It's another snake Pokemon. Very interesting. But the difference here is that they're ground. And the evolution is Sandacondra. Oh man. Can't exactly find pictures of these two, but oh well. Sizzlepede, which is fire bug type, and then Sentis Scorch, also fire bug. They're primary fire, but they have the appearance of bugs, which I do remember them, and if I'm not mistaken, they do look like a lot like that Wind Waker enemy when you go to Dragon Roost Island. So Sentis Scorch actually has a Gigantamax form from a colossal size, and its belly become more yellow. Long wisps of his fire tail from its face. There is Colobopus, water fighting type, and then Grapploct, water fighting type as well. Apparently it's like a boxer of some kind. Oh, actually I haven't seen these guys. They look really cool. That's dope. Wait, they're water fighting? That's awesome. Snom is an ice bug type. I don't think we ever had an ice bug type, except for like a bunch of fan-made games that has like these things. Frostmoth as well as an ice bug type. Oh, I like these. Dude, there's a lot of good designs here. I really like the design choices. Here's another bug type Pokemon. It's called Blipbug. Bug psychic type. It evolves into Dottler, also bug psychic, and then to Orbeetle. They are apparently caterpillars that turns into a ladybug Pokemon. Oh, I see. Okay, these are interesting. Squovit, normal type Pokemon. And then it evolves into Greendon. I have no idea what it could be. Oh, these are the squirrel Pokemon. These are the one from the freaking t-shirt. That's awesome. See, in the little picture thing that I can't really see, they are very early Pokemon. They're probably like, along with Wooloo, one of the early Mons that you could get. But they have chubby cheeks. Oh man. Corsola has a Galarian form, huh? It doesn't say for some reason. It's not really done right here, but oh, I get it. Oh, I just looked ahead too. Okay, so Corsola is apparently a ghost type in the Galar region and evolves into Cursola, which I have seen. It's very eerie. I think it's because due to the whole climate change that the whole corals in real life kind of is withering down or whatever. So it's very interesting. The current state of the ocean is sad and somber. But I looked ahead and I saw this thing, Galarian Mr. Mime. It looks like Mr. Mime has some more unfortunate life choices to get where he is now, and his cold coloring indicates he's both a psychic and an ice type. Psychic ice type, huh? And then he actually evolves into Mr. Rhyme. This guy looks like he either be Mr. Mime's best friend or his bitter rival. As with Mr. Mime, he's also a psychic ice type. I think Mr. Rhyme's the clown guy, if I'm not mistaken. It's kind of weird too, because like the previous form, the Galarian Mr. Mime is taller than the evolution, so I don't know. He's changed his mime ways into clown ways. Galarian Abra. What? And on the page that I'm looking at, it actually doesn't have types. So that's interesting. This is potentially the most iffy link on this list. If this Abra does exist, then we should expect to see updated versions of Kadabra and Alakazam as well. Well, in the past, a lot of people think that Abra, Kadabra, and Alakazam might be like fighting types, maybe dark types as well, so that's my guess if there were to be one. I haven't really heard of an Abra or any of the lined up, and if they did, I feel like they would definitely Gigantamax form these two, or these three, or I guess just Alakazam, right? Galarian Stunfisk, Ground Steel type. With this bear trap appearance, it makes sense that his version of Stunfisk is Ground Steel, just don't step on it. Is it like a bear claw? If I can't provide some of these pictures, like even in post-editing, that they just don't have them, then I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty much a bear claw. It has like green prints on them, and that's pretty clever. I like that. I don't know if I'm just being easily impressed or if they're genuinely good. I think they're genuinely good. This is probably like the best designed Pokemon that I've seen since 6th gen, because I consider 6th gen being like the best designed Pokemon. There's Indeedee, Psychic Normal type. I can imagine the Pokemon turning to me after I said something stupid and condescendingly say indeed. It's absolutely adorable. It's a Psychic Normal type. Don't know what the heck Indeedee is. Indeedee! Okay, looks like Audino pretty much. Interesting. And there's also a male form actually. That one looks more like a kind of like Esper or like a cat or some kind. I don't know. So it differs between male and female then. Ice-Q variants. Don't know what that means because there's Ice-Q and then it says an Ice-Q and they're both ice types. Seems like there's a different version of this adorable ice type penguin depending on which version of the game you have. We're not sure which game either one belongs to at present. Okay, so in Sword and Shield, like separate exclusive forms is what they're saying? What is Ice-Q even? Oh, I see. There's like a big ice cube on one of the penguins and then the other one just have like a regular circular penguin head kind of, but it's blue. I see. Ice-Q. Stone Jorner. It's likely a ground or rock type Pokemon, seen as how he resembles Stonehenge. They just put ground type for this one, they're not really sure. Okay, let's take a look at Stone Jorner. Half of these I don't even remember, dude. Oh, I do remember this actually. Yeah, that's my guess. Rock ground type, maybe just solid ground, perhaps. Applin, I do remember this one. This one is so freaking clever. This is like, mwah, perfection. Applin, Grass Dragon type. And then there's Flapple, also Grass Dragon, and then Appleton, another Grass Dragon. It's so freaking clever because the peeling of the apple spreads out to become the wings. Like, I've seen some Pokemon apple designs, and this one blows it out of the water completely. And Appleton apparently has a Gigantamax form. It's kind of hard to tell the details on this blurry image, but it looks like Appleton turns into a caramel apple. Alright, we might have to look at that some other time though. There's Dreepy, a dragon ghost Pokemon. Head shaped somewhat like a paper airplane. Okay. Dark Loke, and then it evolves into Dragapult, all dragon ghost types. Then we have Phalanx, fighting type. This guy might be little, but he's definitely a fighter. You don't want to mess with him. What does Phalanx look like? Are they talking about the bug? I see a little caption thing that's pretty funny. They're like, bro, what the heck? Pretty much. Is it a fighting type? I don't know. Am I looking at the wrong picture? He looks like a bug type. I don't know. This one I have heard of the rumors. Galarian Darumaka being some type of a ice type, and they don't know if there's another type that's there, but I see versions of the Gen 5 fire type Pokemon. Look at those cute features. So if I were to guess what they could be, from what I've seen at first, they did look like ice types. That's just what I'm gonna say. They're just ice. They could be ice psychic, who knows, but that might be just it. And they also have like a Zen mode, so yeah, I'm gonna say ice psychic, and they do have a thing going on, and it turns more into snowman. except like the different version of it kind of looks like a fiery nose instead of just a carrot nose, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe he's just woke or something, or I don't know. It's really cool. When I saw this, I got really excited. Then there's these fossil Pokemon. There's Dracozolt, Arctozolt, Dracovish, and Arctovish. Dracozolt is an electric dragon, Arctozolt is electric ice, Dracovish is water dragon, and Arctovish is water ice. All really interesting because they kind of differ between whatever it is. Hang on. You can choose a top fossil and a bottom fossil. Depending on which one you choose, you'll get one of these 4 Pokemon. I don't really know what determines what when it comes to that. I don't actually see a good picture on these. But it's so interesting nonetheless. I've seen them before and I don't remember what they look like. Still very interesting nonetheless. Now the final Pokemon. Oh my god. Eternatus. This is the giant Pokemon on the hill. He looks much different right now. He's pretty much a Giratina. It says Ghost Dragon type. Really interesting choice. I thought it for sure was going to be electric type. Or electric dragon or something like that. What this tells me from its form, I feel like it does change form when it's on land. Because whatever's on the hill doesn't exactly look like what it does on here. Which is very interesting nonetheless. And there's some screenshots right here looking much gigantic compared to anything else. And I also keep seeing this freaking picture of it saying this is Space Chicken, so I don't really understand the reference there. And then there's these other pictures which I don't know if they're accurate or not, but Eternatus is like a lot smaller in these other pictures, so I'm not really sure. Regardless of the fact, I think this is definitely the main Pokemon. I'm still kind of confused why it's not Electric Dragon, but this Pokemon's insanely cool. When I saw him, I was blown away. I didn't expect him to be anything like this. He looks like a futuristic, like, I guess Space Chicken would be accurate, but I don't think chicken would be fitting of it. But he looks like he's from space. It's something very beyond. Looked like something from Star Trek or Star Wars or something. Really awesome. And this could fill in a lot of things. And thanks to this picture right here, whew man, a lot of stuff to fill in there. But I hope you like this episode. That is all the Pokemon that we have today, besides the ones that we already mentioned. Like, you know, of course, all the ones that I listed upon. Except I didn't list Zacian or Zamazenta. I just said them, but never actually said it outright. I mentioned all the other Galarian forms. But yeah, the next video, we are going to do a map breakdown. Hopefully I could get this on time before Friday, because then everybody would get Sword and Shield and there will be no point. So I'll do that really soon. And hopefully I can edit this really quickly, because it took me forever to find this freaking list. But either way, join White Tigers and Dragons. White Tigers and Dragons to you. And you've been scarred by the night. I'm out.